Imagine a metal tube orbiting 250 miles above Earth. Outside, temperatures swing from a scorching 250 degrees Fahrenheit in the sun to a freezing negative 250 in the shade. Inside, a fragile balance of air, water, and warmth keeps 6 human beings alive. If just one line of code goes wrong, they could cook. Now, imagine that code, worth millions of dollars, sitting on a floppy disk in a 15-year-old's bedroom in Florida. He didn't want to hurt anyone. He just wanted to see how it all worked. His name was Jonathan James. Online, he was known as C0MRAID. And in 1999, he became the youngest person ever convicted of federal computer crimes in America. It all started in 1983 in a quiet cul-de-sac in Pinecrest, Florida. While other 6-year-olds were outside chasing fireflies, Jonathan was inside, staring at the glow of an IBM PC Jr. His father, Robert, was a programmer who brought home floppy disks the way other dads brought home baseball gloves. By the time he was 8, Jonathan had already cracked his dad's password lock. At 12, he wiped his computer's Windows operating system and installed Slackware Linux, just because the manual looked like a fun challenge. Arguments would often echo through the house. His mom would plead, "It's 2 a.m., John. Go to bed." To which he'd defiantly reply, "5 more minutes. I'm this close to getting root access." He devoured programming books and spent countless hours on online forums. He wasn't after money. He just wanted to prove that no system was truly unbreakable. By the summer of 1999, a 15-year-old Jonathan was looking for a new mountain to climb. His target, NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center in Alabama. His goal wasn't to cause damage. It was simply to touch the source code that powered the International Space Station's life support system. He scanned for open ports on NASA's websites and found a misconfigured server. From there, he downloaded 3.2 megabytes of C-source code for the ISS Environmental Control System. In recreated chat logs, he marveled, "LOL, government comments are wild." He never changed a single line of code. But his intrusion sent NASA into a panic. They initiated a 21-day system shutdown, costing them $41,000 in contractor overtime to verify the system's integrity. Just 2 months later, he set his sights on the Defense Threat Reduction Agency, or DTRA. This time, he managed to grab the credentials of 19 employees and read through 3,300 internal emails, some of which discussed defenses against bioweapons. Again, he didn't delete anything or demand a ransom. He just installed a passive listening program and walked away. But his digital footprints eventually led the FBI to his door at 7 a.m. in January 2000. "Step away from the keyboard, son," one agent told him. They seized 5 computer towers, a Palm Pilot, and even his Star Trek encyclopedia. The outcome was historic. He became the first juvenile ever convicted under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Sentence was 6 months of house arrest and a series of apology letters. But after a failed drug test, that sentence was converted to 6 months in a juvenile detention center. In a phone call from prison, he lamented, "They treat curiosity like terrorism." Now, enter Albert Gonzalez, another talented hacker from the same Miami scene, but with very different morals. In 2003, after being caught with fake ATM cards, he flipped and became a Secret Service informant. But while he was snitching on other hackers, he was secretly masterminding a massive credit card theft operation he called Operation Get Rich or Die Trying. His method was simple. He'd drive around with a laptop and a powerful antenna, park outside stores like TJ Maxx, and crack their insecure Wi-Fi networks in minutes. He'd then plant a packet sniffer that would steal credit card numbers. Over 18 months, he and his crew amassed 180 million account numbers, causing an estimated $400 million in damages. A friend of both Jonathan and Albert, Christopher Scott, was the driver. And in the group's chat logs, A mysterious pseudonym appeared, JJ. This was not Jonathan James. On May 7, 2008, everything came crashing down. Jonathan was 24, unemployed, and grieving the recent loss of his mother. He had been off the grid for 8 years. Suddenly, the Secret Service kicked in his door. They were hunting for JJ, the accomplice in the massive credit card heist. They found an old suicide note from 2001 and a legally owned firearm, which they didn't confiscate. The pressure was immense. In a final heartbreaking voicemail to his brother, Jonathan said, "They'll pin it on me because I'm the name they remember. I won't do 20 years for something I didn't touch." 11 days later, on May 18, 2008, Jonathan James was found in his shower. He had taken his own life. In a note he left behind, he wrote, "I do not trust the system to see truth. This is the only control I have left." In 2010, the real culprits were sentenced. Albert Gonzalez received 20 years in prison. His accomplice, Christopher Scott, got 7 years. Another hacker involved got 2. Jonathan James was never even charged in the TJX case. His real crime, it seems, was being a brilliant 15-year-old who proved the digital emperors had no clothes. Today, companies have bug bounty programs that pay millions to hackers who responsibly report security flaws. Jonathan was offering those fixes for free long before it was standard practice. The system just wasn't ready for him. For the curious kids in bedrooms everywhere, report, don't retreat. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content like this.